Praxis is pretty much everything I could possibly think of all in one movie. Because ultimately when you start thinking about trying to make a feature, you don't know when the next feature will ever, if you get the opportunity to do another feature, let alone, if you ever do. And so, as with most first features, it's a dream. It's a very, very big dream, and I think, I didn't want to make something that was a specific genre. I wanted to make something that kind of was going to be difficult to fit in one little box.
And I often tell people, I feel like I got cast in the best thing that's been in Backstage, which is the trade paper that you look for, an actor, you look for auditions. I feel like I got one of the best 5 things that have been in there in the last decade.
I studied a lot of European films, a lot of more experimental kind of work, and those are the kinds of things that I was more comfortable with and more things that I enjoyed and also wanted to be able to either emulate or express on screen. So it's definitely not a typical American mainstream sort of aesthetic. And so, but at the same time, because of it being an art film, you kind of have to just sort of go with your instinct and what seems natural for the pacing of the scene. And so, you're going through your editing process and, just having watched it and of course editing it and seeing this film, I've seen it a million times. It's just, you just kind of go with what, this is the pace that it should be.
It really needs to drive, we needed that nudity to drive those points home. I mean, the point where I'm trying to get him to loosen up and to shed his skin, you can't have anything on. And that's the point, you need to be naked. And in the dream sequence, what can you have? What earthly things could we possibly bring there? It would have just stopped, you wouldn't have really identified it, couldn't have drawn you in anymore. So I think that had to have been there myself, essential. And, it's not about me, it's about, again, it's the message of what we're trying to do.
I think with Tom and with Andrew, I think I explained very clearly that, the nudity part of the film is very tasteful, and it's supposed, and it's not gratuitous. It's not supposed to be, it's very hard to sort of, to build that sort of trust. But I mean, that's what I was kind of going for. I'd seen it more in an art house and more European sort of experimental aesthetic, and that's what I was going for. It works on one, simple level, but then it can work on a lot of bigger levels. And I think that's what the movie experience is all about. And that's what I enjoy with movies, is where they can take you.